And this is the kind of teapot that doesn't have a strainer in it. Sometimes when you pour, you'll have the strainer in it, but that's okay. We're just kind of improvising. That actually is
probably, an ounce?
That's actually a lot of tea.
Okay, I was like, what?
So it's going to be quite strong. We may need our extra electric tea kettle of hot water.
Okay.
But that's okay.
What's tea? No, really. What's tea? If you ask me, I wouldn't have any clue. Growing up, we didn't really drink tea like that in my household. And then I met a British man, and honey, British people are obsessed with tea. So I got formally introduced to this whole world of like tea culture, hosting, tea parties, none of which I knew anything about. And I'm not gonna lie, as a Lavishly girl, I was intrigued. So today I wanted to do something really special for the channel, and I'm gonna learn how to host high tea for the first time ever. But I'm not doing it alone. I went straight to the experts and I brought friends and reinforcements. So today you guys are gonna be learning with me, being introduced to exactly what high tea is, and we're gonna learn together. So shall I bring in my special guest? Hi, Angel.
Hi,
Hi. So you guys have already seen me do some fun stuff with Angel before, but who you haven't been introduced to is Lisa. This is Lisa Gache from Beverly Hills Manners. Can you tell us what the hell we're gonna be doing? Because I'm intrigued, I'm a little scared, because I feel like this is just gonna reignite an already mildly obsessive thing that I'm gonna be into. So I'm a little worried.
Right. Okay, well, first of all, I wanna say don't be worried, because hopefully my whole approach is that I wanna make it fun, I wanna make it approachable, you know, we want people to feel warm and welcome when they come to a tea, not put them off with all the rules, right?
True.
Even though there are plenty of guidelines, which I'm going to walk you through, but it's going to be in a very kind of fun way. So when you think of the tea, we're gonna be sipping tea, but maybe even talking a little tea.
Oh, no, you talking my language.
No, that I know what you're talking about. Okay, speaking of my language. Real quick, before we actually like jump in showing like the demonstrational part.
Yes.
I just want to know, for somebody who has no clue what they're doing, like what are the first things you need?
So you want to pick a place, a setting that has just a light and bright tone and feeling.
Okay.
Like this is a warm and welcoming setting that you've created for us. So that's number one. Number two is the attire, right? So you don't show up in a tea in your casual wear.
Right.
This is an opportunity to put on, you see here I have this silly fascinator, but it's kind of fun and something that you can do for a specialty, some type of floral dress. So you're setting the tone with your attire. That's number two. And then number three, I mean, what do we all enjoy about a tea? It's those fabulous finger sandwiches, the scones, which I'm going to tell you the pronunciation is actually not scone. We'll get into that later. Just everything that we can eat with our fingers, right? I mean, who doesn't enjoy that?
Oh, period.
And
this
then
is the African household, Lisa.
Okay.
We're using our hands. Okay, good. We are using our hands.
I love it. I love it. Tea is such a thing that you can have the most amazing flavors of tea, like vanilla and apricot and green and herbal and this and that. So, and then of course champagne. We can't forget champagne.
Oh.
So that takes the tea to a whole other level.
I wasn't expecting that.
So these are the main ingredients. With those elements, we're set.
On that note, I'm ready.
Yeah. So ladies, here we are.
Yes.
Right? What a gorgeous tea display we have here.
I know, all the colors.
I know, it's so pretty.
I can't wait to now show you how we organize all of the different items for the tea. So what I wanted to start out with is, because we have this pot of hot water, I'm going to bring this over here toward you.
Okay.
And I'm going to have you actually pour in some of the loose tea. I believe we have an ounce of tea.
Okay.
We're going to pour it into the water. I'll let you do that.
So I put the tea in the water?
Yes, because we want
right.
the tea to brew.
Okay.
Right? So we need to put the tea leaves in the water.
Okay.
And this is the kind of teapot that doesn't have a strainer in it. Sometimes when you pour, you'll have the strainer in it, but that's okay. We're just kind of improvising. That actually
is that an ounce?
That's actually a lot of tea.
Okay, I was like, what?
So it's going to be quite strong. We may need our extra electric tea kettle of hot water.
Okay.
But that's okay. We're going to do that. So let's put the top on.
Okay.
We're just going to let that kind of.
I don't need to stir it or anything?
We probably should use something to just go ahead and just get those tea leaves down here. And this is going to be super strong. So we may need to put some hot water in that other kettle.
Okay.
Now we want to build our beautiful tea display. Okay. So
this is what I'm ready for.
okay, so you have this gorgeous, let's bring it over.
Yes.
This gorgeous tiered tray, right?
Yes.
So when we build this platter, we want to start at a T. We always begin with the savories. And then we end with the sweets.
Oh.
Okay, so you've got your 3 S's. And what's in between savories and sweets? Your scones.
Oh, I want to say sour.
So the scones will be placed in the middle. And you start down here with your savories, then the scones, and then the sweets. So that's how we're going to build our platter. A lot of people confuse high tea with afternoon tea. The afternoon tea, it's really between the hours of 3 and 5. Whereas high tea, which is what we think, oh, you know, the British and their high tea, right?
Yeah.
That is actually more of what I want to call a dinner, like a lunch dinner. All right, so let's begin in terms of now the quartered sandwiches. People love a smoked salmon. We also will typically see an egg salad of some type, curry chicken salad, or some type of chicken salad.
I'm glad to know that that is an actual
I know.
Yes,
curry chicken now. Okay.
And then watercress. This is really more old school, a watercress sandwich with a little cucumber and creme fraiche. Sometimes people will put cream cheese on there. There you go, beautiful. And then we'll use the upper tiers for the desserts. When you take items from a tea, you know, what we want to use is the actual tops, if there are tops.
Yeah, we should put them off the paper.
Okay, however you prefer. Let's now arrange our place mats.
Okay.
And we are going to set our table. Your drinks are always on the right. The handle faces 3 o'clock. Your fork is on your left.
Okay.
Your knives and spoons are on the right. So if you wanted to set a little tea setting, let's say, what I might do is you have this napkin here. I would just very simply, you can just go over your napkin with a napkin ring, and then you could set that in the center. You could put that on a little dish here, like so. I actually have a napkin folding book, but I always forget to look at it and find some really fun things. But you can set a napkin any beautiful way. We can also have a glass of champagne. We understand that we have an expert here in the house. So we're going to let you do the duties.
Oh, okay. You're supposed to do it and everything.
And we are going to see, I know, right? The draping of the towel. You've got it all going on.
You try to get the biggest piece so that you're not ripping off like little small pieces of thing.
Having lots of trash everywhere.
Yeah. And then you try to make a whisper.
Watch the chandelier.
Oh, wow. Oh my God.
That's
amazing. That was impressive.
Look at this.
You know, I like some champs, okay? I really do.
Me too, but I'm used to being served.
Listen, come on.
Serving it, okay?
So ladies, let's sit down now for a moment while we talk about everything else at the table. So let me just walk you through how we sit. Okay, so if you are dining with your significant other, we hope that the gentlemen have some chivalrous behavior. And what we do is we always take a step to the right. So we enter and exit actually from the right. Step to the right, and then if we had our gentlemen, they would be pulling out our chair. But we do not have our gentlemen, so we're going to pull out our own chair. And I just realized
today has drained me already.
Here. Oh, thank you so much.
Chairs.
Scooching ourselves in as elegantly as we can. And I'd love to now show us what to do, and so that we can actually eat. If you have a napkin ring, any unwanted items are placed in the upper left. We want to basically always refold our napkin in half lengthwise and place it in our lap with the folded part facing the waist. Let's pour the water, please, because
I'm thirsty.
we might be a little bit parched. So all things technically get passed to the right. That's perfect, honey. Thank you. Go ahead and pour
so
for
we
yourself.
usually work this way.
You always pass to the right. Next, let's pour our tea very carefully. So we're going to hold the top of the tea.
Yeah.
And if you want to leave room for milk, you just fill it about 3/4 of the way. Rather than doing the clankety clank, we want to avoid that. So what we do is we fold our tea.
And the sugar's moving?
Oh, it's all moving. No dirty utensil ever touches the table. You can do the pinky, by the way, raise, which is not for affectation, it's actually for balance.
That's exactly what I'll say.
Right?
The milk.
Oh,
is
the milk
doing
has
the
a strong
thing.
way. By the way, is it good?
I would probably put just a little bit more sugar, but this is good.
Go ahead and start with your sandwiches. So and it's really meant for one, you want to start with one of each kind.
Okay.
You don't have to take all 4 at the same time, but definitely sample. But look, if you have room and you're hungry, go for it, ladies. All right, so ladies, now I want to definitely have us try condiments for the scone. So we have here clotted cream, and then we have jam. And I think this is a homemade lemon curd.
Oh, okay.
So I personally use it all. I love it all. I'm a condiment queen. Yeah, you can take, but take what suits your pleasure. So if you're not doing dairy,
I'm not a jam girl.
So nothing.
No.
You're gonna go dry.
You know,
right. Well, we're gonna
sometimes.
Angel. You're gonna
listen.
Angel's gonna go.
I volunteer as Tribune
Okay,
to have all of this.
So you'll use one of these little condiment spoons to put the little condiments on. So let's take a bite and taste that for a moment. I'm gonna take a sip of my water, and we also have the champagne, which is calling our name right now.
It's been singing.
I didn't forget.
So I would like to propose a toast to our hostess, who is absolutely the mostest, for inviting us for a tea this afternoon. Thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And take a sip. Now we take a sip. Now actually, first of all, we who are toasting you, we take a sip while looking at Jackie, but Jackie freeze. No, I'm kidding. But what happens is...
So I gotta wait.
No, wait. So here's the thing. If you're the recipient of the toast, you actually do not sip your glass.
Really?
Your glass stays on the table because we are honoring you. And
like,
Jackie,
otherwise,
otherwise it's like this way. I'm so fabulous, yay me. You actually do not drink to yourself. It's on the table. We sip while looking at you, and then when all eyes are off of you, then you take a sip.
Then you sneak. Okay.
The other thing we can talk about is what is acceptable to conversation.
I wanted to know.
Right?
I really wanted to know because that's where I'll fail.
Okay.
Multiple times over and over.
Okay, but here's the thing: we're not supposed to gossip.
Really?
Well,
what?
Right? I know.
That seems so
well,
wrong.
especially when it's
Lisa.
right. I mean,
know.
right. So if we can, in terms of conversation, maybe we don't want to lead with the tea. We want to ease into the tea. And mean the tea in quotes, maybe start with something more benign.
I would like to propose a toast to Miss Lisa.
Oh, so now you raise your glass and I leave mine down.
For helping Jackie and I to live even more lavishly the lives that we deserve.
Oh my
Period.
Period.
Thank you.
Cheers. Cheers.
Thank you.
And we look at you.
Yes. Thank you so much, ladies. And by the way, here. So at the end of any meal, the napkin goes on the table on the left-hand side. Just like so. Okay. Now look at how beautiful that looks. Versus,
so
how many times do you see people just kind of crumple their napkin? Sometimes they even throw it on their plate, right?
That's what I thought we were supposed to do. So I'm glad to know that I'm not supposed to. Okay.
Right? And then the final departure is exiting the table.
And we exit to the right.
We exit to the right, yes, exactly.
Well, we'll follow our host.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yes, we can all, are we going to do it in unison?
Yes.
Stand up. And
We're so
we always
classy.
have to, oh my gosh, by the way, we haven't stood in a while. Anybody?
I know, right? Oh, definitely.
I know everything
And
is-
then pushing in our chairs. And ta-da!
Cute! That was so cute! Oh
I'm
my
so
god, I
glad.
loved it. Okay, Lisa, thank you so much for this. This was really fun.
My pleasure. Thank
Very
you for
cute.
having me.
Yes.
I will definitely be implementing this again in the future. I feel like afternoon tea is like the moment to really get to know someone on a quite intimate level because it's a little bit more observant.
Yes.
And that part I enjoy the most.
Yes, and it's a way just to kind of slow down.
Yeah,
right?
I
It's
agree.
such a nice break from the everyday pace of life.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, you girls were amazing students.
Thank you.
You made it fun, you made it easy. You both have such bright smiles and just so warm. and welcoming. So, right? So it's a win-win all around.
Cheers.
Win-win.
Oh my God. Well, thank you for coming to my channel, Angel.
Thank you for having
having
me.
you.
You know I love lavishly everything that Jackie does. So
Angel's a Lavishly girl for sure. Like,
absolutely.
she's always in my comments. Like, I'll be like, yes, sis. Like, she is a Lavishly girl. So I'm so excited. Thank you guys again for coming to my channel, doing something a little bit different. If you learned something in the comments, feel free to let me know. Or if there's something else you think we should have included, or maybe a little fun fact or tip that we didn't know, please sound off in the comments down below. And we will see you guys on the next video. Bye.